Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And you know I love helping the women align with their life purpose using ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. It's all about unlocking and unleashing your inner wild woman so that you just live full out. How are the sisters doing? Hey, come on, y'all. Man, I love this new music feature. Yeah. Part of the goddess-centered lifestyle, baby, is we dance. Yeah. How y'all doing this week? How is it going? I'm here to talk about the affirmations, the astrology, the wisdom, whatever it is I got for y'all. I'm here to talk about that with you all. So yeah, let's do that. And y'all can see in the ticker tape, just before we start, I am hosting the monthly retreat. You're invited. Did you know that? Come on, y'all. Join me in the retreat to reset at the Virgo new moon. We're gonna have a real good time. You know, Virgo is a little bit of a serious sign, but Virgo is here for it. We need Virgo in our lives right now. So join me August the 27th. It'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I have 6 spots left. I keep it a little bit small and intimate. So I would love to have you join me. The stars. Okay, let me go on ahead and take the music away. And yeah. Oh, also the information, if you want more information, if you're ready to sign up, please do so. There is a early bird rate until August the 22nd. But you can find out more information. There's a link in the description box. Okay, so let's just go on ahead and get started. I want to talk a little bit about the astrology. I have pulled a few cards for us for this week, and let's just see what's going on. It's a wild and crazy time. I just got back from Mississippi. I made a trip. I just decided sort of on the fly, I need to go home. So appropriate. How was that full moon for y'all in Aquarius? So going home to visit family in Mississippi. My dad is there. I have, my brother, his wife, my sister-in-law, children, nieces, nephews, all that kind of good stuff there. And yeah, that was nice. So it was really and truly the full moon happened in my 4th house that had to do with family. So that's how I spent the full moon. I'm like, wow, literally working on family. I just felt so nostalgic. My mother died in Jackson, Mississippi. I never really think about going to see her gravesite. I have an altar with her on it. I talk to my mom all the time. But for whatever reason, when I went home, I was like, wow, I really want to connect with my mom here. And where she's buried is 45 minutes away from my dad. So I decided the house where my mother passed, she was at home when she went back to Ancestor World. I just went there, and because my dad doesn't live there anymore, but I found it and just went and looked and was like, oh, that's where my mom died. I just felt so connected. So yeah, it was a real interesting weekend. Real good. How was it for you? What did the full moon bring up for you? Remember, when we go into that full moon mode, it's about, it's about us, looking at what is coming up or what have we completed, could be that too. So what messages did the full moon bring for you? Yeah. So we're in the waning moon phase. Let me pull up real quick. What is this called? is it today's? Yeah. No, moon phases. Ah, make sure y'all can still hear me now. I'm thinking of anything. I love looking at the moon phases calendar. I can't stand these ads. Let's see here. Today is the 16th of August. Yeah, so we're definitely in the waning moon phase. So when we're in a waning moon phase, it's important to begin to release and let go, kind of like take stock of where you are. Now, you can take stock of where you are since February. Maybe you kick something off in February, January, February. And so, you could go back 6 months if you want, and you could look at it from the last moon cycle, the last lunar cycle. You just want to kind of use this time to take stock. What do I need to do? What do I need to change? What needs to be released? Maybe you need to go on ahead and take that time. And that is actually something I do in the retreat, is I take time to make sure we release the previous month so that we just go in with a clean slate. But right now is definitely that time of releasing. And to a certain degree, when we're in the waning moon phase, there is this energy of kind of like slow down just a little bit, which, I've talked about, next week, once Uranus goes retrograde, all the outer planets plus Jupiter and Saturn, they're all retrograde. And so it is this time of like slower pace. It's more of like work, rest, get some rest, then you can work. Um, and it's like slow and steady wins the race. Quite a bit of Saturn energy has been involved in so much of what's going on. And Saturn is about having patience. And so it's like, we want to make sure that we understand that right now things may manifest, but it may take a little time before we see them. You know, we just want to kind of have that energy of patience about us. But yeah, let's use this time. The new moon is on the 27th. And so between now and the 27th, it's important to make sure that you, I'm looking at wires, excuse me. You want to make sure that you do this releasing work, get your slate clean so that you're ready for Virgo. Something else that I want to show y'all just reminded me of this. When you go to, and I'll put this if you want this, when you go to my website, I'll say it that way. Where is it? I put together a mini goddess toolkit, and in that mini goddess toolkit is, uh, anywho, I just thought about it. I don't have the waning part in there, so just nix that. But that is available for y'all to get. Now, don't get me wrong, go get it. It's amazing. Um, I put in here my 4 keys to self mastery class. I put in some downloadables, hypnosis, full moon journal, mindfulness track, and I included my guide for goddess centered practice, and it's a mini class that goes with that. Okay, so I didn't mean to say all that. I have a journal that I created, and it tells you what to do with each lunar cycle. But anywho, we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to talk about this week. Now, Saturn opposition, Sun opposition Saturn. Let's see what that looks like. So we have the Sun over here in uh, Leo and Saturn over here in Aquarius. And so whenever we have opposition, and I talked about this last week, it could be there is a push and pull between people in power of some sort. Maybe somebody is like ready to just shine, and other people are like, I don't know. Maybe we need to think about, these details. We haven't like fully, um, you know, shown these details. And I'm going to tell y'all, I am going through, y'all know I'm going through a certification. I've completed one part of the certification. I'm doing another part of the certification to be a women's circle facilitator. And the leader, her name is Tanya, is challenging the ladies in the group to be, to develop our leadership skills by going live, or not going live, but sharing vulnerably in our group. And it's not a super small group. It's not like 10 people. It's like 120-ish. Um, and the sun is about shining. It's even Leo right now. And she is our leader. She is the person who, people really look up to. She started the company and everything. So that's Saturn. And she's like, I'm challenging y'all to show up and share vulnerably, because here in the group, because then it's going to help you be able to go out and promote what you're doing. So I'm like literally seeing this play out. I didn't realize it until seeing this. So it could be something like that. You're being asked to shine and you're like, no, I don't want to, right? Maybe you're being pressured to show your gifts and your talents. Maybe they're going to help the collective and you're like, no, 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 no. Or maybe you're like, I just want to have fun, and it's just all this work I got to do. Could feel like something like that. But this is Monday. It should be the last day that it feels like that. But Mercury trine Uranus, that's one that I love. Mercury is in Virgo, and Uranus is over here in Taurus. So Mercury, and it's trine the North Node. So what I love about a trine, the trine is the blue one right here, is it's expansive, it's opportunity. So you may be feeling like there's opportunities regarding like how you're taking care of yourself, health, wellness, food, self-care. Mercury is the mind, and Uranus is about progress. So it made it feel like people are feeling like they're making progress. Um, it could feel like people feel like they're making progress on whatever new direction they're supposed to be going in. It's this mission of the North Node in Taurus. And so if it's trining the North Node, then it means it's sextiling the South Node. And so, I talked about it's important for us to release and let something go, because that's what the South Node is about. That's this one right here. And so Mercury may be giving us ideas like, and you feel like it's okay if you go on ahead and let that thing go. It'll feel kind of good. So I really love that, because the energy has been so harsh. So that's going to help us quite a bit. Let's see here. Virgo and Taurus. Anything else? These actually could be you're manifesting something, but I really do think that it's more of, I don't know. I think people will be feeling good in their bodies, or feeling like they're making progress or something like that. Troubleshooting, but you're feeling like, okay, I feel like I know what I need to do at least, instead of just feeling like there's a problem. Venus trine Jupiter. So Venus is here. Ooh, I love, love, love Venus here in Leo, trine Jupiter. Oh my gosh, how did I miss this? Okay, so Venus trine Jupiter, we'll start feeling that around Wednesday through Friday. So Venus and Jupiter are benefics. So I want you to open yourself this week to receive a blessing. And it's interesting because one of the cards I pulled from the Starseed Oracle, it is surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Okay. Um, Let me show y'all. I don't know if you can see it, but look at the woman, and then there's a man out there. I'm like, okay, I see you, Starseed Oracle. Let me read what this says, because it really is truly like represents that Venus and Jupiter energy. Surrender to the sweetness. That would be Venus. Um, It says this is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever abundant, excuse me, to let the ever abundant feminine energy take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, and to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you in your fuel when your well is full. So this is the energy Venus. Um, Time is our most precious resource and it's our greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out to reconnect with your lover, play with your children, give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week or work, from home in the name of survival. We strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. And their question is this: how can you surrender to the sweetness of life? Another one: what's one way you can enjoy your life a little bit more? This Venus trine Jupiter is definitely about enjoying life. And it's Venus is in uh Leo, which Leo is like, let's have some fun. Leo is definitely like it's this energy of inspiration. And then we have Jupiter, which is actually retrograde. So there may have been like some missed opportunities that we will see come back our way. Maybe we didn't even see them before. And the opportunity is like, oh, I got to go back her way. Or maybe we we forgot to act on it and it's going to come back our way, but it can bring us a lot of energy. So I do think that this will be a good week for energy. It could bring some blessings in our body because Jupiter is in Aries and Aries has to do with the body. It could bring back, maybe you started something but you didn't complete it, and so now you feel inspired all of a sudden to get it going. It's like, the book talked about, or the oracle talked about, time. You finally see the time that you can be working on something. um Yeah, Aries is definitely this is definitely creative energy. So, you know, infuse your life with it. What are your intentions? What do you want to manifest? I would definitely be thinking about it on those days and visualizing it as if it has already happened, because that's some nice energy right there. Okay. And so then Mars moves into Gemini, and it's real interesting because I pulled I decided to use my Metanetter deck this week, and I pulled Herakahuti in Hatap. So that's exciting. And Herakahuti is the same energy as Mars. It's the energy of the warrior. And so when I saw this card, I was like, what's Mars doing this week? And there it is. Mars will be moving into Gemini. Now, the one thing that I'll say about Mars, whenever Mars is on the 29th degree, I don't know if something always happens, but I think that we should just, let me tell y'all when it's going to be on the 29th degree. So it'll be there on the 29th, excuse me, on the 19th and the 20th. Um, so what day is that? Well, for us, it moves in, yeah, on the 20th. Okay. Um, so it's, yeah. Um, Yeah, I just hope everything is going to be okay. So I just ask everybody to put good energy and good vibes out there. So Mars is fire, it's violence, right? It's explosive. And Taurus is the earth, So of course the first thing I'm thinking is like, is it going to be a volcano eruption or is it going to be like an earthquake? And I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but I just think we should, as goddesses, definitely just send some energy out to Mars and just say, you know what, Mars, thank you for being in Taurus and blessing us with, all things Taurus to focus on. We appreciate you. We're listening, and yeah, you can just go on ahead and go on a Gemini, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. Just let us just keep it calm, cool, and collected. We don't offer water to Harakuti Ogun Mars. We just say it's okay. We're gonna just be chill, right? So yeah. And again, I mentioned this is important because this is the sign that Mars is gonna go what did I say? Retrograde in. It'll start in Gemini and then it'll retrograde into Taurus. So let's see how far back it's gonna go. Because I will tell y'all, I'm actually gonna put a mini class for Mercury retrograde inside of as a bonus inside of the retreat, the Virgo retreat. So Mars. Oh, I'm thinking Mercury. Excuse me. We have until the end of October before Mars goes retrograde. Let's see here. It's gonna go back pretty far. Wow. Do y'all see what I see? Let's go to the top. This is the top of 2023. It'll be retrograde until the top of 2023. Oh, that's 2022. So Mars will be retrograde until the 12th of January. Wow. And it goes back to the 8th degree. Okay. So let's see, when does Mars go to I was talking about Mercury retrograde, but I'm really thinking Mars retrograde. So pardon the confusion. I'm still a little bit tired from my trip. So yeah, pretty much once we go into September, that's when we're going to go into Mars retrograde shadow. And most people don't talk about the shadow period, but the shadow is all about the degrees that are going to be a part of the retrograde. So the planet moves forward, and whatever degrees it moves back on, um, he's going to go over those degrees 3 times. He's going to go forward, backwards, forward. And so those are important degrees. And you kind of get a foresight of what's going to happen once the first time he transits those degrees. Once he does that, then you kind of understand. You start seeing, okay, this is what's going to happen in this retrograde. Um, so Ooh. So, Mars, like I said, is about war, movement, exercise, focus, passion, drive. Uh, it's explosive energy. It can create inflammation. So, what are the body parts that could be inflamed? I experienced this with Mars. I'm like, oh my gosh. One time it transited my Venus, and I was like, this is too much. But Mars, Gemini is the hands, arms, shoulders. Uh, and Taurus is the neck because it is going to go back into Taurus. So Taurus is the neck, the voice. And it's interesting. I haven't been hoarse in years. And all of a sudden, Mars in Taurus, I'm hoarse. So you could go hoarse because it has to do with the voice, the neck, the teeth, the lower teeth. Also for Mercury, it's the lungs, it's the nervous system. So, or the tourist years, yeah. And so, those are body parts that might be focused on for Mars retrograde. Let's see here. What else I want to tell you? Gemini is about communication. Okay, Gemini is like always doing the most. Okay, so Gemini is about communication and uh, connectivity, your local community, short distance travel. It's about the road, the highways and the byways, the paths that we walk. It is an energy that has to do with walking. So I would say once Mars goes into Gemini, that's one of the best things that we can do. Walk, 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 walk. Get our nervous systems, calm down from all that energy that's going to be there, because you know Mars is about energy and Gemini is about movement. Gemini is always moving. So whenever we take that walk, that can help us quite a bit. Um, Gemini is about siblings, people who are in our local community, friends, coworkers, could bring up topics of that. Uh, it is a business sign, so it can help people in business quite a bit. Uh, Maybe connecting with people or getting your message out. People who write, this would be good for you. Now, Gemini is also about the media, like the news. It's news reporting. So who knows what's going to happen with news reporting during this time? I'm like, oh my God, Mars, what are we doing? But it always works out some kind of way. So I've learned to trust. I've learned to trust it. Okay, so Sun opposition Saturn. I had told y'all it's like oppositions are ruling the weekend, and that the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th, around those weekends, may not be super fun. So was anything off for y'all with this opposition? I actually had a few little rough spots when I was in Mississippi. Oof. So yeah, and it was opposing energy. So I want to go on ahead and talk about Mercury opposition Neptune. Um, I think one thing for sure to be cautious of is just a lot of shenanigans and uh, people trying to get over you, scammers. Like, just be cautious. Also, it's like you might be forgetful during that time. So you have to train yourself to check and triple check everything, maybe even your communications. So yeah, Mercury opposition Neptune. That's one thing that I think is, it will bring up. And by that time, Mars is going to be in Gemini. So that's even more mutable energy. Those are all three mutable signs. And so whenever there's mutability, a lot of mutability, um, then it can bring up just scammers, people trying to get over on you. And especially with Neptune being there, it's like your eyes get covered and you can't see things clearly. So you may want to like check and triple check, ask for a second opinion or something like that. And it might be like asking uh, Mercury in Virgo is definitely like about your lifestyle and how you're doing. And Neptune might be bringing up some subconscious stuff that is helping you to see, if you're struggling in some kind of way, why you are having trouble doing whatever you want to do. Um, it also could be asking us, like, how much are you taking care of yourself versus how much are you taking care of other people? Are you too focused on yourself and not donating some of your time to help other people? Are you donating too much time to help other people and you need to focus on yourself a little bit more? Um, yeah, I do think it's just really going to ask us to look at our mental health also. And so it could be also maybe somebody says something to you and I don't know, it just like triggers something inside of your subconscious mind, or Mercury is Yeah, people talking. And Neptune is, to a certain degree, it could be like a time of gossip. So you may want to be cautious of getting caught up in gossip. This is our last full week, as you can see, with the sun in Virgo. So enjoy. No, with the sun in Leo, which is his home sign. So enjoy, because next week the sun goes into Virgo. Super exciting. So I have Isis is for my goddess deck. I love this so much. She is the high priestess. And let's see what she says. She says, Isis shows you how to live and navigate your life through the honoring of your inner guidance and intuitive knowing. And actually that Neptune and Mercury is that Neptune and Mercury opposition. It is about being more intuitive and trusting, like, the unseen part of yourself. Isis shows you how to live and navigate your life through honoring of your inner guidance and intuitive knowing. Her magnificent presence radiates her shining wisdom that is present to experience. Your intuition is accessed through the depth of your being and knowing. It's also accessed through introspective and receptive states, through meditation and the dream time. Isis urges you to take no counsel outside of your own wisdom, to go deep into your inner landscape where the guidance you seek is found. So it is definitely, Isis is asking us to trust our own inner high priestess. That's who, or trust ourselves as high priestesses. That's who she represents. And that's within you, okay? Trusting your inner guidance. So y'all know I love this little mindful messages deck. So let me pull from that, and then I'll pull an affirmation. Let's see here. Here we go. Yet again, there is, y'all just saw me pull this card. Release. That's what we talked about in the beginning. Today, I release limiting beliefs, harmful thoughts, toxic patterns, and anything out of alignment. I am ready for the transformation and welcome this shift. I am ready for transformation and I welcome this shift. I am creating space for a new chapter filled with love, abundance, and amazing opportunities. Wow, wow, wow. So look at that. Okay, so our affirmation for this week is, what's it going to be? What's your affirmation? I want you to think about what I've shared today. What is your affirmation for this week? Drop it in the chat. And of course, it's no one is on right now. Y'all will drop it. Y'all would drop it, once y'all see the video. I am committed. I love this so much. This is, wow. This is what I'm focused on right now. I don't have to be happy about anything I do, just as long as I'm committed. It is all good. I understand the value of hard work and pursue my goals relentlessly. I want to share with you one of my coaches. She says, people wait to get inspired and motivated before they're going to, make a post or work on their business. She said, but if you're just committed, you show up no matter what. You show up. You don't wait to feel good. You don't have to feel good to actually do whatever it is that, you have set out to do. And so what do you need to be committed to? Where do you need to have the attitude of commitment, where you need to drop into commitment and you show up no matter what, for what, means a lot in your life. So there we go. I am committed. And I'll just do one more, just to take us on out of here. So yeah, goddesses, I'm happy for us. I'm excited for us. I know It's not easy for everybody right now. But I'm holding space that everything is working in our favor. And don't forget that Odu, Osa. Can't be fixed right now. Fixity is not indicated. Moving, changing, shifting. Embracing that you are the creator of your destiny. You're the author of your life. Okay, here is the last little bit that I'm going to share for our weekly wisdom. Today, I give myself permission to dream. I am worthy of my biggest dreams. Yes, you are. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. No matter how much you done messed up or what has been done wrong or what you have and what you don't have, you're worthy of your biggest dreams. Give yourself permission to dream. So many people are committed to what they can see in their lives. Be committed to what you desire to manifest. Can you hold vision until you can see it manifest in your life? Again, I hope that y'all will join me in the retreat. Let me go back to it. August 27th. As always, the retreat is on and popping. Even if you can't be there live, the replay is respectable, baby. I watch it, I use it, and it'll take you very far. All right. So I want y'all to have a wonderful week. I want y'all to own that you deserve to have a great week. That your week is already good. It is now August 20th. And you have lived your best life ever this week. I'm Tirra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. Thank y'all all so much for being here. Have a great week. I'll see you on the next live.